For over a year, Skyfire Lucha Libre has been suffering from the tyrannical rule of its owner, Robin Shaw. However, when Shaw lost his ownership of Skyfire at the Terror Dome, the question became, who could be trusted to make sure San Diego wrestling never fell in the wrong hands again?
Getting word now, sources are telling this reporter that with the leaving of the shin pads in the ring, this is the last time we will see Orion Odyssey in a...
For years, Orion Odyssey fought for what was right. And now that my time in the ring is done, I have a new fight to bring the best pro wrestling to San Diego and beyond. It's gonna get primal.
Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, since we are bearing witness to history, it is my great honor to introduce my new boss and commissioner for Primal Rage, Mr. Orion Odyssey!
From the ashes of a bird rises not a phoenix, but a tiger. Live from National City, California, at the Primal Pro Wrestling compound, you are bearing witness to the maiden voyage of Primal Rage. My name is Jordan Castle, joined on the call by the Shady King, Remy Morgan.
Jordan, I'm just happy to be here, and I just want to start out the show by saying that I really wish Rook Havoc would have hit you harder.
Welcome to Primal Rage!
I don't know what you're talking about.
For those who have never met me, my name is Orion Odyssey. For 5 years, everyone say 5! 5 years I've been up and down the stage across the country from one galaxy to back, finding the biggest and baddest wrestlers I could find. And I thought, a couple months ago, I was retired. I thought I was done with wrestling, but wrestling wasn't done with me. I see the people here at Primal needed a commissioner. They needed someone who would be respected, someone who's been in this ring and fought those wars. They needed someone to be fair and impartial. And they needed somebody who was never, ever going to make a show about him. And they found that in Orion Odyssey. A new era means it's time for a new belt. A Primal Rage Championship. And my first order of business, of course, is to tell you who's going to win this championship.
Well, Remy Morgan, that music can only mean one thing.
What does it mean, Jordan?
That means it is the previous Skyfire Pro Lucha Libre champion in Jeremiah Fresh, and conventional wisdom would assume that Mr. Fresh is to assume the throne. Of course, Orion Odyssey taking over from Robin Shaw as our commissioner, leading San Diego wrestling into a new era. Jeremiah Fresh doing everything in his power to retain the power he had just a few months ago at the Terror Dome. The more things change, the more they stay the same, Remy.
Jordan, I'm really curious to see how this plays out, because as we can clearly see, he's got that championship up over his shoulder already. In his mind, and I think he's right, he's still the champion.
I mean, despite the attitude, despite the cockiness of Jeremiah Fresh, he has earned that championship. The record books, they state as much.
Not like champ! Not like champ! Not like champ!
The people clearly do not agree.
Not like champ! Not like champ! Not like champ! See, Michael, like you.
Orion, it's time to finally put a face to the commission. Nice to meet you. Yes,
We need to stop bickering and just hush. Stop. This is an important moment. I see all these banners up here of people like me. I think next my face needs to be up there, right?
Actually, everyone on this wall has earned the right to be on this wall, and one person who hasn't earned that right would be Jeremiah Fresh. But I don't know, let's see here. So you are the former Sky Fire champ.
Yeah, let me stop you right there. I never lost this title. I'm still the champ. And you made a good first impression. Give me what I deserve.
I've seen the footage on how you won that belt. And I don't know what that means that you've earned this one. What do you guys think? You guys think you should have that?
We were promised a championship celebration. Give the people what they want.
No, they don't.
Alright, so if I'm going to do this right, I've got to think about your case. Now, it was dubious circumstances that you did win that championship belt. And that is true that you've done nothing to lose it. So, in that case, I do have to allegedly say that we'll have the first champion of Primal Pro Wrestling be Jeremiah Fresh. It is only fair.
Well, hold on, Remy Morgan. That is no music for a heartless king. That is the music of the winner of the Terror Dome Rumble. That is the music of the Playmaker. J2 Mattioli outlasting 29 others in his swan song to Skyfire, the swan song to Skyfire, becoming #1 contender for Jeremiah Fresh's Skyfire Pro Lucha Libre Championship. No doubt now has his eyes on that Primal Rage gold.
If there's anyone who would claim rights to that new title, who better than J2 Mattioli?
That's a real champ right there.
It's my celebration. Hey, I want to welcome everyone to the Primal Compound, to the first Primal Rage!
And I want to say, I am happy to have you, Commissioner Odyssey. I think you're the right man for the job. But I do gotta ask, you giving Fresh that belt must be one thing.
That's a bad call. Yeah, you know, bro.
That means your Terror Dome winner, Jaden Newman, at that belt.
Look around. Things have changed. That was the Skyfire Terror Dome. This is the Primal Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Championship. You gotta earn things around here. You don't just get handed out titles. You don't get handed title shots.
You did. You just did right.
You don't deserve it.
Oh, come on.
Really, Jordan, you don't think he has a point?
Not whatsoever. J2 Mattioli outlasted 29 other competitors for this. He earned this.
You made a strong point. What do you think?
We think you should take it back. 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 Take it back.
It was only fair that I gave Jeremiah Fresh the championship because he was the champion of Skyfire.
That's right. I like this guy.
Therefore, it is only fair that the first title defense that Jeremiah Fresh is going to have will be in 2 weeks weeks against J2 Mattioli.
That is November 24th, right back here at the Primal Pro Wrestling compound. Commissioner Odyssey making it official.
Jordan Castle, a moment of silence for the Skyfire Pro Wrestling Championship.
Well, the people anything but silent for their chosen hero, the Playmaker. Listen, if Jeremiah Fresh wants J2 Mattioli to go to the back of the line, he has to beat him November the 24th.
Guys, in 2 weeks, you guys are going to finish this, man. 2 weeks. Is that what you guys want to see? You see Jeremiah?
Oh, what the? That is JF3000. That is Xander Phillips, the Block, hot off the biggest win of their tag team career over the Lucha Kings back at Terror Dome. But what the hell are they doing attacking J2 Mattioli? Is there some type of alliance with Jeremiah Fresh? Evening the odds from the back, it's the Pumpline. Antonio Rivers and Boa Silva. No shortage of history with these men, Remy.
Things have gotten out of hand very quickly here, Jordan Castle.
All right, Pumpline in this corner, J2 in this corner. Hey, you guys aren't able to go anywhere. I got something for you too. This is too much to let ride. Tonight, as the main event, I want to see Jeremiah and the Block versus J2 and the Pumpline.
How about it? Commissioner Odyssey laying down the law, a preview of championship action yet to come. 2 weeks' time. It will be the Pumpline joining forces with #1 contender J2 Mattioli to take on the Block and Primal Champion Jeremiah Fresh. All of that and so much more still to come.
Terror Dome. Kingdom Khan came in and did exactly what he told you guys he would do. Conquered. And I came this close to winning it all before it slipped through my fingers. But that built something in me. That built a rage inside of me. And speaking of rage, come November 10th, at the first Primal Pro Rage, they feed me, Mr. Always Winning Michael Hopkins. And guess what, Michael Hopkins? Just like I did to you at the Terror Dome, I'm gonna get you out of that ring. And I will make you crumble before Kingdom Come.
How about this, Remy Morgan? History in the making. The first match in the Primal Pro Pantheon.
Before we even got to the first match, this has gone off the rails already.
Well, you work here. I mean, of course it is.
Oh, man. What kind of show are we in for?
Doing me and the job. Bird is the name. The brother did the chain. Turn up for the watch. Cause he playing James.
Mr. Always Winning, looking to make good on that name here tonight in singles competition.
Mr. Always on brand. Look at that jacket.
Take nothing away from Michael Hopkins, always styling and dare I say profiling, but I gotta give a shout out to the voice of Primal, the great R.A. O'Mean, for that fantastic suit with a tiger bolo tie. And listen, Remy Morgan, elephant in the room, tiger in the room, call it what you will. You and I have a certain history. There were some things that transpired at the Terror Dome Rumble, available to watch for free in full on YouTube. But in the interest of Primal Rage, professionalism coming first, I want to put all that to the side and move forward. Not as friends, but as colleagues, my friend.
I think if you continue to be professional, I don't think we'll have any problems, but I don't think we're off to a very good start here.
Well, Michael Hopkins looking to get off to a good start in his Primal career. He's had a bit of an up and down time in the former Skyfire. Seen him in tag team competition alongside Miggy Rose. Lasted over a half an hour in the Terror Dome Rumble as the #1 entrant, but has yet to find consistency in terms of singles victories. National City. However, a chill just went down my spine the moment Yassine Khan made his way through that curtain.
Jordan, you talk about wrestlers with aura. That's a word people like to use. This man has more aura than any young and up-and-comer in wrestling that I can think of.
A product of Primal Pro, as you heard from Mario Amin, the most eliminations in the Terror Dome Rumble that very same night, falling to former tag team partner Leo Canedo under dubious circumstances, however, exacting a measure of revenge by eventually eliminating him, making him one of those eliminations en route to history in the Terror Dome.
Well, let's also not discount the fact he held his own against Leo Canedo, who's one of the top competitors here in this whole promotion.
And it took the menace, Leo Canedo, a monstrous competitor in his own right, bending and breaking the rules. Canedo did not get that victory on the straight and narrow.
That is only right. And Yassine Khan, so young in his career, will only continue to improve, Jordan.
He's so young, but so powerful, so menacing. Michael Hopkins, no small man, Remy. He is being dominated, pushed, smothered into the corner here by Yassine Khan.
Thrown into the corner by Yassine Khan. Not many guys, you're right, can throw Michael Hopkins around like that.
Hopkins has added size in recent months, and with that size comes power. It'll be interesting to see if he tries to play the power game against the much taller, dare I say, more domineering Yassine Khan.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue with you on that one, Jordan.
Khan back in the corner. He's got to be very, very careful. Referee David Burnquist staying right on top of the action. And of course, we mentioned Yassine Khan, a product of Primal Pro Wrestling. We are here in the Primal Pro compound. If you yourself have dreams of becoming a professional wrestler, December 30th, Primal Pro accepting new beginner students. Head to primalprowrestlingschool.com for the best training San Diego has to offer. A headlock cinched in now from Michael Hopkins, center of the ring. But Yassine Khan with an answer. Again, Remy, so wise beyond his years here.
Michael Hopkins just can't seem to get any offense mounted here early in this matchup, which is something we almost never see from him. Michael Hopkins down.
Let me ask you, Remy, hold on. If only for the moment, yeah, commentators curse in full effect. Hopkins with control of the leg, and that is the inexperience of Yassine Khan. Spent a moment jaw-jacking with the fans, took his focus off of Michael Hopkins for a second, and that's all Mr. Always Winning needed.
Wait a second.
Yassine Khan now with control of the neck.
Did you see how he just pulled him back up to his feet like he was nothing?
Again, Hopkins is a large man, well over 230 pounds.
Oh, man.
And Yassine Khan is dominating him here, Remy.
Yassine Khan showing no fear against the veteran Michael Hopkins.
Belly to belly suplex. Into a cover. And a kick out. Again, Hopkins so used to teaming with Miggy Rose, even here in the former Skyfire, the current Primal Pro Wrestling. As a often tag team competitor yourself, Remy, what type of adjustment does Michael Hopkins have to make heading into singles action?
He needs to start getting some momentum here. You know, a lot of guys who've been in the ring with Hopkins, they'll tell you, if you let him get rolling and get firing, you can't stop him. But Yassine Khan has done a great job of not letting him get off anything in.
As soon as you say it, the commentators curse your worst friend here tonight, Remy Morgan. Enziguri kick in the corner. Michael Hopkins getting that flurry off the ropes. Big lariat.
What I was talking about, Michael Hopkins starting to build some momentum here.
Cover. And a kick out at one, even after all that.
in trouble, but yeah, like a kick out at one after all of that. Michael Hopkins is taking some damage, and he threw everything out, and he got a 1 count.
He's outside my ring.
Michael Hopkins looking to dispose of Yassine Khan, but Khan more than happy to return the favor. Clutching at that jaw, perhaps. Credit where credit is due. Michael Hopkins has flustered the big man for the first time in this match.
Yeah, but Michael Hopkins is the one on the outside of the ring. Yassine Khan owns the ring right now.
Only has 10 seconds back in the ring. Official David Burnquist starts the count.
The veteran Michael Hopkins probably going to take as much of this count as he can to try to recover.
Of course, has his trusty scooter on the outside. Will be interesting to see if that comes into play, as it often has. Saved him from elimination a time or two in the Terror Dome Rumble. Hopkins he's heading to the back. He's saying it's not worth it. He's giving it up.
No, he's not. He's just taking his full 10 count. Yassine Khan is going to help him back into the ring.
Whatever it is, dangerously close to the commentary booth. Yassine Khan is not going to give him the opportunity. Whether it was a cowardice or strategy, we'll never know.
Yassine Khan fighting dirty here.
Yeah, but Hopkins caught him slipping and get a momentary lapse in focus, and all it takes is 1 second. A head full of steel for Khan.
All the momentum in this matchup just pivoted, Jordan. Yassine Khan is down.
Oh no, come on, get away from here, please.
Michael Hopkins trying to get Yassine Khan back into the ring, but I spoke too soon. He just threw him into the ring post. Welcome back, Jordan.
I think Hopkins, I was getting nowhere near that. I think Hopkins is, hold on, look at the fly! Boots to Khan. I think Hopkins, maybe to your point, was playing possum color, what you will, suckered Yassine Khan into the outside, joined him on the concrete floor,
and I'm telling you, I've seen him do this before. I know exactly what he's doing, and it's brilliant.
Might win in the match here. Hook of the leg.
He got a 2 count.
Using the entire Primal Pro compound as a weapon in and of itself.
Michael Hopkins is such a smart competitor. You talk about how big he is and how experienced he is. He's so damn smart.
And that experience edge coming into play here. Hopkins clearly playing the long game against Yassine Khan. And it's paying off, Remy.
Yassine Khan in trouble now. And Michael Hopkins, this is where he's at his most dangerous.
If you're Yassine Khan, I'll ask you the same question I did about Michael Hopkins moments ago. What do you have to do is right now choked against that bottom rope.
You got to find a way to get back to your feet, and you got to find a way to mount some offense. We know Yassine Khan, as much as Michael Hopkins might not want to hear it, Yassine Khan probably stronger than Michael Hopkins, you know, and he's got to find a way to use that leverage to his advantage.
And perhaps putting some of that strength to the test here, shots to the gut. Hopkins clutching at that rib cage. It's only a couple of shots, but that's all it takes. Little man Yassine Khan size! And Hopkins happy to return the favor. A super kick to the gut now. Big neck breaker.
Yassine Khan also needs to be careful. We got to cover here.
Lateral press.
Oh, it's 1.5. Wow,
only a 2, yet the closest Michael Hopkins has gotten to victory thus far.
Yassine Khan needs to be careful. He doesn't want to make Michael Hopkins mad because then he's even more dangerous.
But perhaps if you make Michael Hopkins mad, you throw him off his game. What's the old adage? An angry fighter is a sloppy fighter. Maybe that is the strategy for
an angry fighter is also an angry fighter.
Trying to exact some of that anger here. Double underhook applied. Maybe thinking Tiger Bomb. But Yassine Khan just sandbagging him here. That strong frame paying dividends. Chop, forearm. But Hopkins with an uppercut.
Trading blows back and forth.
Off the ropes. But went to the well one too many times. And a back body drop lands.
Yassine Khan is feeling it now, Jordan. He's got this crowd thronging behind him. He's got
cover.
Got Hopkins right where he wants him.
And again, I think the inexperience again coming into play from Yassine Khan. For a moment, I thought was looking for more offense. Decided to go for the cover instead. You need to be quicker on your feet. If you want to go for a cover, go for a cover. If you want to go for offense, go for offense. You need to make a choice in the heat of the moment.
He cares more about getting that crowd behind him right now than he does about staying on top of his opponent. Oh my gosh, that was scary.
Well, throwing Hopkins behind and landing face first, but Hopkins back up to a vertical base, caught off the ropes, leveled with a huge lariat. And it's in, cover here. Only a 2. It's a very interesting point you bring up, Remy Morgan, in light of that disillusionment with Leo Canelo, that split and the eventual blow-off match we saw at the Terror Dome. Yassine Khan has become a bit of an unlikely fan favorite against all odds.
You know, all he's done since he got here is stand up for himself. How can you not get behind a guy like that?
Michael Hopkins now looking for a suplex perhaps, but this time it's Yassine Khan landing on his feet. Tucks the line off the ropes. Big shoulder block.
Michael Hopkins in trouble here again.
Elbow drops Mr. Always winning, looking like Mr. Always losing right about now. Nasty impact.
In big trouble. This could be the matchup.
Cover. No. Remy, what the hell is it going to take?
Who the hell even knows at this point, Jordan? Yassine Khan fighting for his life. Michael Hopkins fighting for his life. You know, one of these guys has got to get a big momentum swing behind him, and that's probably going to be all it takes.
Freddie, if you can believe it, this is just our opening contest. 5 huge matches still on tap, but Yassine Khan looking to end this opening contest right now. Hopkins ducks.
Yassine Khan makes that mistake we were just talking about.
It's the inexperience,
There
and
it
Hopkins
is.
more than happy to take advantage. Caught him in the corner, his entire body weight, that added mass just drilled into Khan, and now he's winding it up. Neckbreaker.
That's what I was saying earlier. Here we got to cover.
Michael Hopkins victorious.
Whoa! Okay.
Spoke too soon.
I was saying Michael Hopkins has that head of steam now. I don't know what Yassine Khan can do to stop him, but he kicked out somehow.
As big and powerful and domineering as Yassine Khan may be, he has heart and tenacity and survival instinct to match Remy Morgan.
He does. The only thing he lacks is experience, and he's going to keep getting that. Like I said, he's going to keep getting more dangerous.
Hopkins tuning up the band, perhaps, but Khan caught him, maybe called his shot too early, and now it's Yassine Khan. I thought he was going for a cover instead. Shoots him off the ropes. Pops him up. No! Samoan drop!
Is this about to happen?
Yassine Khan gonna beat Michael Hopkins in the first match in Primal Pro!
Hopkins kicked out. I thought that was it.
We were a millisecond away, Remy Morgan, but Michael Hopkins survives, just like he did for over 30 minutes in the Terror Dome Rumble, just like he did for the better part of the past decade, cementing himself as a fixture of professional wrestling in San Diego.
Jordan, do you remind me who won the first matchup in Skyfire Pro?
You tell me.
It was the Rebel Storm. And we saw how far that carried him with everything becoming the champion.
And Michael Hopkins perhaps looking to parlay that same kind of momentum here. And he's well on his way. Double underhook. Tiger
That's exactly what I'm trying to
bomb!
say. 1, 2, no!
What? Remy, that is a game ender. That is a finishing maneuver for Michael
I'm in
Hopkins.
shock. Michael Hopkins is in shock.
But credit where credit is due. Hopkins right back up to his feet. He's not making faces. He's not arguing with referee David Burnquist. He is right back up to his feet, looking to hit Yassine Khan with a killing blow.
Jordan, what I was trying to say is there is no bigger momentum shift than winning the first match here at Primal Pro Rage.
You never forget your first, Remy Morgan, and Michael Hopkins knows how important this victory is. Dropping Yassine Khan, this may be his moment. No!
Yassine Khan refusing to die.
He's like a robot. He's like an animal. I have no idea where this kid is getting it from, but still the monstrous Yassine Khan stays in this match.
I don't know if Michael Hopkins has another level he can take this to.
We've seen that Tiger Bomb.
What could he possibly be thinking?
Oh no. Clutching at the knee pad. Maybe dole out extra damage is Michael Hopkins. I don't know. I don't think Michael Hopkins knows.
I think he's about to try to figure it out.
He's calling this one on the fly is Michael Hopkins. If there's anyone who can figure that out, it is Mr. Always Winning.
But as we've seen for this entire matchup, Yassine Khan fighting back.
Michael Hopkins, though, drops him with a big elbow shot.
Michael Hopkins can't lose focus here.
Just trying to grind away at Khan systematically, but Khan catches the arm. Flurry of strikes, big chop. And again, face first goes Michael Hopkins. This is it. He's got him.
No way!
He did it!
What just happened?
Forever and a day, the record books will read as such. The winner of the first match in the Primal Rage Pantheon, Yassine Khan.
Jordan, this is unbelievable.
It cannot be overstated what an upset this is. Yes, Khan's a monster. Yes, he's looked impressive in his rookie year. But this has to be the biggest win of his career, bar none.
Just the beginning.
You heard it. You heard him say it himself. It's just the beginning. Michael Hopkins right here in front of us.
if this is what he's able to do to a staple of San Diego, like Michael Hopkins, I am trembling in my boots if I am any other member.
Knew how impressive Yasin Khan was and would be. I would have never expected him to beat Michael Hopkins. Not like this, not so early in his career. Unbelievable.
Just the beginning for Yasin Khan. Big things on the way for the big man.
Michael Hopkins, I told you you'd crumble. And I did exactly what I said I'd do. I came into Primal Pro Rage, and I showed everybody, show one, that this is my kingdom, my ring. And everyone else that steps up will get the same treatment. But before then, I haven't forgotten about you, Leo Canedo. I definitely have not forgotten about that tombstone. And I haven't forgotten about that last ride. And just knocking you out of that Terror Dome was not enough. Not for me. So trust me when I say that I am coming for you. And when I get my hands on you, it'll be your tombstone that crumbles before Kingdom Khan!
Yasin Khan. I was running that match the entire time. You got lucky. I'm Mr. Always Winning, so you only get one. All right? Well, let's forget about this match today. Next, Orion Odyssey says I got Mike Cunningham, a cowboy. Pew! Coming back West Coast. But you're about to fight one of the best in the West, Mr. Always Winning, Michael Hopkins. And let me introduce you to what I got to offer. You see, I've been running here for about 7 years. And the rest of the kids in the back, they may not know it, but I'm slowly climbing all the way back up to the top and taking back what's rightfully mine.
Tag team action on tap, Remy Morgan. Jordan, Javi Baja nearly taken down the Primal Pro compound with him.
I've said it before, I'll say it again. I think pro wrestling is at its best when it's tag team wrestling. I think we're about to see that here.
Remy Morgan, you just think that because you have DTF to watch your back. That's why you think tag team wrestling.
Because tag team wrestling is more important than singles wrestling.
Yeah, how's that head feeling, pal? How's that chin feeling? Javi Baja and Gustavo Perez, of course, the newest recruits of Coach Mack Wilkes' locker room. Coach Mack scheduled for singles competition a little bit later on tonight, a grudge match with former and inaugural Skyfire Pro Lucha Libre champion Rebel Storm. And it'll be interesting to see, conspicuous in his absence, is Coach Mack. I'm interested to see if he makes his presence known, but
I don't know how Javi Baja's knees fully healed. He's still on that crutch out here with him.
he's not walking on the crutch.
He might not be wrestling at 100%.
He clearly is, as he has done for...
You don't know how he feels.
I know he feels pissed off at the crowd calling him a muppet, but pot calling the kettle, right? Those in glass houses, all that. And Remy, as much talk. As much talk as we hear from the locker room, and there is a lot of it. We've seen the memes on social media. We've seen the trolling. They're going to have to put their money where their mouth is against two of the hottest young upstarts Primal Pro has to offer.
You are absolutely right, but you talk about high young upstarts. Look at Jake Mays. How can you discount him? Look what he's done so early in his career.
Has taken to professional wrestling like a fish to water. And the same can be said of his tag team partner, El Mashika. Not entering together, but Jake wearing one of El Mashika's signature t-shirts. Paying tribute. Tag team symmetry on full display. I feel like on paper, El Mashika and Jake Mays are perhaps, if only by a slight margin, the better wrestlers than Javi Baja and Gustavo Perez. They achieved the same level of success in Skyfire, now Primal, without the underhanded tactics, without the assistance of Coach Mack. However, as a tag team competitor yourself, it's not always about who's the better wrestler. It's about who works better as a tag team. And you gotta give that edge to Gustavo and Javi, an established unit.
You are absolutely right. I couldn't have said it better myself, Jordan. At the end of the day, when it comes to tag team wrestling, the only thing that matters is winning matches. And despite everything, despite all the experience, despite how new any of these guys are or are not, these two gentlemen right here just keep winning.
Again, you can be the best wrestler on any given night. If you don't know how to work with your tag team partner, moreover, if you're not able to set your ego aside and you're not willing to work with your own tag team partner, you're not going to get the job done.
You're absolutely right, Jordan. I'm going to keep agreeing with you as long as you keep saying smart things. These competitors' products of Primal Pro Wrestling.
Absolutely. Head over to primalprowrestlingschool.com for the best wrestling training San Diego has to offer. Taking new beginners December 30th.
4 homegrown boys right here in this match about to show everybody what it means to be from Primal Pro Wrestling.
And when you are in your compound, when you are in the building that you train in, that you've molded yourself into a wrestler in, what type of advantage does that give you? What type of added pressure does that add?
Well, I think it's a moot point because all 4 of these guys have the same advantage in this matchup, Jordan.
However, Gustavo Perez, Javi Baja, much less popular with the Primal Faithful than their opponents.
Does not matter.
Historically, I might disagree, especially wrestlers as young as Gustavo Perez and Javi Baja. I don't necessarily have the poise of a Michael Hopkins or even their own coach Mack. Are they really able to put this type of support on the backboard?
You don't need people chanting your name to be able to win matches.
Sure, are Javi Baja and Gustavo Perez able to tune it out the way you need to? Or are they going to let the chance of Muppets get in their head?
Or are Jake Mays and his tag team partner going to get outsmarted? What are we going to see here?
Well, right now it is El Mashika in firm control. Impressive performance in Zona in the Terradome Rumble.
Absolutely right. Wasn't it Jake Mays that saved you from getting beat up by 2 guys in the Rumble?
Yeah, I don't remember who those 2 guys were.
Let's watch this match. I'm trying to watch this match.
I mean, you brought it up. Cover here. I know I eliminated someone. I'm not remembering, but it's a board. The guy's not booked. In comes Jake Mays. Control the arm ringer here to Gustavo Perez. Jake Mays, I believe 10 matches into his professional wrestling career.
Sounds about right.
Already this good, Remy. Gustavo Perez, though no slouch in his own right, has really stepped in his game. I've got to give the devil his due since aligning himself with Coach Mack.
The athleticism of Jake Mays.
Almost a cattle mutilation of sorts. Jake Mays here, a submission expert, but in the wrong part of town here. Tag rope, tag Mays.
Here comes arguably the biggest competitor in this matchup, Javi Baja.
Javi Baja, he's a wild card. He's got a real...
he's got a bum knee.
Well, that is highly debatable, but what is not debatable is that Javi Baja has a short fuse, which, as we've seen time and time again here in National City, can absolutely serve Javi Baja, but can also serve to distract Javi Baja.
It's a double-edged sword if it's anything, Jordan.
Jake Mays again with the arm ringer, headlock cinched in, some very fundamental technical wrestling here, bringing things back to El Mashika.
We've got some brawlers in this match. We've got some high flyers. We've got Javi Baja, who's very technical.
Real clash of styles.
Great clash of styles in this matchup.
And a great double hip toss taking Javi Baja off his feet. El Mashika once again the legal man. And despite what we predicted, despite the reads so much about Yamashita. Yes, he can flip. Yes, he can flop. Yes, he can fly. But he's got that technical ground game. He's been keeping up his training here in the Primal Pro Wrestling compound, much like partner Jake Mays, and clearly for both of them, it's paying off.
That's what I'm saying. He's a great combination of all three of the other competitors in this matchup.
Center of the ring for Gustavo Perez.
All four of these young competitors have such great futures in pro wrestling. Just all four are so young in their careers, but they just keep getting better and better.
And again, talking about setting the tone for the future of Primal Rage. Jake Mays, Yamashita, the locker room looking to do that here, looking to start their career in this fledgling promotion with a victory. Nice famouser.
These teams would love to get the first tag team win here.
It's true what they say. It's true what they say on it. And you never forget your first. It sets the tone.
That's the third time you said that, but I'm not sure what you're trying to tell me.
I'm trying to tell you that the first victory in the first tag team match of a new promotion is very important. What are you implying?
Explain it to me like I'm 5. Thank you very much.
I think maybe 3 to be more apropos. Javi Baja back in the ring, in control of Jake Mays, but Mays ducks. No area drops Baja. Big jumping elbow. And a neck breaker. Mays in control. Hook of the leg.
Again, I'm not sure if Javi Baja came out here at 100%. I'm not sure if this is a fair match.
How many times do I have to say this? Javi Baja has competed multiple times since the supposed injury. He has walked without any sort of apparent limp. He has used that
wait a second.
to his advantage. And right now it's Gustavo Perez using the top rope to his advantage, slipping up Jake Mays. And now it's going to be Javi Baja picking the bones.
Like I said earlier, that was so smart. You don't have to be the better competitor, you have to be the smartest competitor.
Cover. Again, not about being the better wrestler, it's about being the better tag team wrestler. It may have taken a moment, but right now the locker room showing that, if only for the moment, they are the better tag team wrestlers. In comes Gustavo Perez.
Ray needs to get control of this matchup.
Listen, Juan Montano, one of the very best in the game, where the locker room's antics, these devilish underhanded tactics that they picked up from their coach, coming from Perez.
I haven't seen a single underhanded tactic in this whole matchup.
Oh, really? Gustavo Perez, the illegal man, sweeping the leg of Jake Mays as he was springboarding off the top rope. That was illegal?
That's tag team wrestling.
It's illegal tag team wrestling.
He didn't hit him with a chair.
So that's the only thing that's illegal in a tag team match. Nasty chop. Tagging in Javi Baja. Oh boy. It's gonna hurt. Oh God. I think they heard that one in San Diego proper.
Jake Mays needs to get a tag.
Just like that, the tide has changed. And Remy, I hate to do it, but I gotta agree with you. Javi Baja in firm control. Gustavo Perez. They got him right where he wants him. Jake Mays fighting from under. Still not enough.
That disrespect is throwing Jake Mays to the ground.
Senton from Baja.
I think he stomped on him before he gave him that senton.
It's a nasty side of Javi Baja. He's not just crazy and wild and silly. He's got a real mean streak to him. Gustavo Perez now in frequent tags. The name of the game for tag team wrestling.
Look, I don't think his knee's okay. Flexing his leg there.
Gustavo Perez cover. And a kick out from Mays. Do you think someone with an injured leg would be able to flex it any more than...
I mean, he's clearly a determined competitor. He's out here wrestling on one leg.
Both legs are... I can't, man. I just can't. Where is Barry Sweeney? Gustavo Perez now. Eating shots and a jawbreaker from Jake Mays. Step up and Seguri. Staggers Perez. In comes Baja. And very smart from Baja. It's devious, it's devilish, it's underhanded, but it's very smart. He saw that Mays was reaching for the tag. He's doing everything in his power to make sure that does not happen.
I've said it once, I'll say it again. The locker room's so smart with everything they do.
Beautiful bridge. Floating over. Oh, only a 2. And credit where credit is due. Previously, we've seen Coach Mack accompany them, distract officials, pull legs, do everything he can to clinch them a victory. And they've been very successful without him.
I think at this point, you trust both of these guys to be smart enough to come out here and do what they know they need to do to win the match.
They could use Coach Mack right about now. Jake Mays looking to mount a comeback. DDT! And it is now or never, Remy Morgan. This is the looking for a tag of his own.
What's going to happen?
It's a game of inches here. Jaden Hayes makes the tag. Javi Baja makes the tag. And in like a house of fire, El Mashika wiping out the locker room. Such power, too. We talk about the ground game. We talk about the agility. He's got power. He's truly got it all. A total package of a wrestler. Springboard frog splash. Cover. Oh, give me a break.
Saving the matchup for his team. He knew Gustavo Perez was in big trouble there, and I don't think he would have been able to kick out.
I don't think he would have. It's an illegal.
Brilliant move.
You call it brilliant. I call it illegal.
I call it saving the matchup.
Right now, look at this. El Mashika let it fly. Was thinking Tiger Fang kick. How apropos here in Primal, but keeping the locker room on their feet. Such confidence, such swagger, and he's earned every bit of it. Off the ropes, but in comes Perez. Mashika ducks and drops him. Distracted by Javi Baja, but a shotgun dropkick levels them up. Excuse me, Javi Baja.
He's got Perez in big trouble here.
In comes Jake Mays, maybe looking for a little slingshot action. Sick kick combination. This could be all she wrote. Mays in the cover.
This is it. 1, 2.
Again, Javi Baja saving the match for his partner.
He's saving the match for himself and his team and his group, the locker room. He's always where he needs to be when he needs to be there.
You gotta give Javi Baja that much. Ring awareness, wise beyond his years. Look at the hook. And Machika outside the ring.
Curse, he gets thrown out of the ring as soon as you say that.
I was gonna say he was looking to hook. Instead, he got hooked. It's you rubbing off on me, man. It's your commentator's curse. It's on the outside.
We're throwing hands out here.
Javi Baja and El Mashika duking it out. And a face full of steel for Mashika.
Mashika and Javi Baja right here in front of us.
Jake Mays kissing the winning ways of the locker room goodbye. Come on! Referee Juan Montaña didn't even see it. Gustavo Perez diverting his attention. Javi Baja with an errant clutch shot. Not like this. God damn it.
I am shocked Javi Baja used that crutch as a weapon. I didn't see that coming.
Really, you're shocked.
I'm shocked.
He's used it for the past year. Ever since he got it, he's found a way to use it.
I don't think he did that on purpose.
Well, I'm inclined to disagree, but accident or otherwise, Remy Morgan, the locker room picking up the very first victory in the tag team division here at Primal Rage.
Like I said, winning is winning is winning is winning.
The record books will not say clutch shot. They will not say clutch on the top rope. They will not say illegal intervention from Javi Baja. All they'll say is he and Gustavo Perez victorious over Mays and El Mashika, who take nothing away from those gentlemen, looking very, very impressive here tonight.
That was a fantastic tag team matchup, Jordan, you're right. But again, our winners, the locker room.
We'll be interested to see if their coach, Mack, will be able to parlay this victory into momentum and one of his own here tonight in a grudge match against the Rebel Storm. Will you stop, Lennon Morgan?
All right.
What happened to impartiality? What happened to unbiased broadcasting?
He was okay.
Harry Sweeney.
That was absolutely pathetic today. We just lost to the locker room. They've been running their mouths and we've been responding online all week. And we go out there and put up that kind of performance. We got to look better as a team, Mashika. We got to start working together more. No more of this one-on-one stuff. We got to be a team. And you know what? Next week, I just heard that it's going to be me against you. And I think that's a perfect opportunity for us. I think steel sharpens steel. And me against you, that's the best there is. I think we're going to walk out of that a better tag team, knowing who we are. And you are one of my best friends right now. You're my boy. You know that. But when we're in that ring, I'm not taking it easy. We're not boys.
You're not taking it easy? We're not boys? Jake, I've known you since day one. Even before Primal, when we both started training. I wouldn't expect anything less from you. I don't want to be your boy when I'm in that ring. I don't want you to take it easy. I want the best in San Diego. We are the future. Trust me. I know it's not going to be easy. I know you're going to put up a fight, but that's exactly what Mexica wants, because that's exactly what we need. Iron sharpens iron. You said it yourself. I'm looking forward to it, man.
I love it, buddy. Let's go.
The best.
The absolute best.
Something even you and I can agree on. Remy Warren, I got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
You want your 5-star matches?
Yes, please.
You want your 30-minute classics?
Yes, please, again.
Not me. I want big meaty men bumping meat, and that's exactly what we're about to get.
I also want that for the record.
You're playing both sides, so you always come out on top. I appreciate that. Matias, the ass-kicking machine, previously challenging Rebel Storm for the Skyfire Pro Lucha Libre Championship. Unsuccessful in that effort. We're looking to bounce back here tonight. No small order against this man.
Jordan, these two absolute behemoths are about to go at it.
Tariq Tarvos, you heard it from ring announcer Ario Amin, embodies the power of one. Not just the physical power that he very, very clearly has, but also the mental power, the heart that he pulls from. Such a strong, determined competitor mentally, and looking to parlay that into victory over the ass-kicking machine.
Here we go, off to the races. Jordan, look at the size of these men in the ring.
Massive.
Absolute beasts.
YouTube does not do them justice. We love each and every single one of you watching. Shout out to Lamb Son. But I mean, goodness gracious. Come on, Remy. Who hates that guy? You gotta be here at the Primal Compound. You gotta be here in person in National City. If nothing else, to understand how truly immense monsters like Tariq and Matthias truly are.
Look how small referee Tariq looks standing next to these beasts of a human.
Headlock cinched in from Matthias. What's the strategy here, right? You're not a particularly wide competitor, but you're a tall competitor. When you're in the ring with someone who matches your strength, who matches your power, how do you contend with that?
Fist to face over and over again until someone stops getting up, Jordan.
Something's gotta give. Shoulder blocks traded. Usually one shoulder block from Tariq or Matthias
there he goes.
would take the other down. It took damn near a dozen, but finally Matthias taken down to the canvas.
Jordan, will you go on the record as to say which one of these guys you think is stronger?
No, I am very scared of both of them, and if they watch this back, I do not want to hear it.
I agree with you once again.
Will you?
I absolutely not. I am way too smart for that.
Matthias getting in the face of referee Chad Rico, a definitive temper on the ass-kicking machine.
Jordan, I think the whole ring just moved.
Yeah, we might not have 3 more matches. We might not have Rebel Storm versus Coach Mack Wilkes, or Jaden Newman versus CJ Tino, or that big trios main event. After Matthias and Tariq are done with this.
Heavyweight bout, and there's
cover.
Nothing else you can call it.
A true hoss fight in every sense of the word.
If these guys weren't enemies and they weren't fighting each other, if they were a team, I don't know if anybody would be able to stop them.
I'll put you on the hot seat, Remy. I'm not going to ask you who you think is bigger or stronger, but who do you think has the advantage here? Again, so evenly matched in terms of power, but if you were a betting man, who's taking it out? Who's eking a win?
That is such a great question, Jordan. My heart and my gut want to say Matthias just because, you know, I know him.
Cover. Only a 2.
I know him a little bit better. He's young in his career, and like I said earlier, man, these guys who are young, they're just going to keep getting better and better.
Well, not only that, he has main event experience. He has big match championship experience. And even if you're not successful in capturing gold, as Matthias was unsuccessful in capturing gold, that counts for something.
You know, don't let me discount Tariq Tarvos. He's obviously a very big, powerful man in his own right, who will also only continue to get better, not only as this matchup goes on, but as his career goes on. on.
Big splash. Hook of the leg. Could be it. No. And a win over Matthias would be huge. Upsets are not unheard of. Look back to our opening contest ready. Yassine Khan victorious over Michael Hopkins. Anything is possible in the new world that is Primal Pro as Matthias evades the elbow. One of his own. Cover.
You know, these two big men, they might be destined to fight forever. Who knows? This could be the beginning of something that'll never end, Jordan.
Listen, Matthias, he's not someone I would want to hold a conversation with, let alone fight once, let alone fight forever. This is a dangerous, dominant man.
Picking up Tariq Tarvos like he's a child.
And he is not. Let's make it clear. Nearly 300 pounds of the power of one, manhandled, ragdolled here by the ass-kicking machine.
Matthias picking him up like he weighs 50 pounds.
And not only is Matthias strong, Matthias is mean. Matthias is confident. Look at him mouthing off to Tariq Tarvos.
You know, that's a great point. Look at that slap right to the face. Maybe Tariq Tarvos needs to take a page out of Matthias' playbook and get a little bit aggressive here.
Clearly a more affable competitor. More of a fan favorite here, but it's not serving him thus far, Remy. Huge lariat, but Tariq's still standing.
I don't know anyone else who could take two lariats from Matthias and not be down.
Staggers to a knee, but Matthias, he wants the hat trick. He says, you go down. Tariq says, not today.
Wow.
And this may be the opening Tariq needs, Remy.
Tariq Tarvos, man, he just picked up Matthias like he was nothing.
But Remy, it is all about the follow-up. One big move, hell,
Absolutely
one flurry of big moves doesn't matter if you can't keep it going.
Tariq Tarvos looking to keep it going.
Dropping Matthias, yeah. In the corner, big splash.
Again, I think the ring moved again every time they throw a splash in the corner.
Sidewalk
Oh my
slam.
goodness.
Cover. Only a two, and it's true what they say, Remy. The bigger you are, the harder you fall. Matthias hits hard, but when he's dropped by a body splash or a sidewalk slam from Tariq Tarvos, that hurts him that much more.
That might be the biggest sidewalk slam I've ever seen.
Hold on, what the hell is going on here?
Wait.
That is Asterix, the galaxy's greatest, an extraterrestrial member of the Skyfire, now Primal roster. But he's not booked on tonight's card.
He's got a bag of popcorn in his hand.
Oh, cover from Matthias.
Wait a second, I'm trying to watch this match.
Hold on. Remy, if I'm not mistaken, I believe I see a wristband on the wrist of Asterix. I believe he's a paying customer.
Who sold the alien a ticket to the show?
Listen, everyone welcome here at Primal. Hello. Hello, Asterix.
No.
Belly to belly attempted here.
Belly to belly accomplished. The stupid alien's in my way.
Yeah, I can't see, but under the monitor here. Cover. Near fall here.
Wait, you have a monitor?
You have a monitor?
I know.
Tariq in firm control of Matthias. I mean, I don't know what to make of this. Asterix not booked on tonight's card. Clearly, no beams made with his flying saucer. Courtesy of Primal Pro Management, courtesy of Orion Odyssey. It's curious.
What the hell is even happening right now, Jordan?
Tariq took his eyes off the prize. He's gonna pay for it here.
What in the hell was
Big
that?
F5. This has got to be all she wrote. And it is.
Jordan, that stupid alien just cost Tariq Tarvos the match. There's no other way to say it.
So I'm not sure. I really don't know what to make of this. I'm not sure if that was intentional on the part of Asterix. I really think he just wanted to support. He just wanted to enjoy the show. He, much like many members of the Primal Faithful,
Now that idiot is in the ring,
are a fan of Matthias. I mean, he's a competitor. We saw him in the Terror Dome. We saw him against current Primal Rage champion.
Himself in the Terror Dome, Jordan.
He also eliminated Bad News Bagoo. Can't forget.
My goodness, what are we seeing?
Maybe it was intentional. Seemingly looking for friendship from the ass-kicking machine.
I am so confused.
Oh, well, Matthias, listen, it's a bummer but historically he does not play well with others. This is not uncharacteristic, Remy.
I have so many questions, Jordan.
I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
I don't think so. I sure hope not.
There you have it. First Primal Rage show was an immediate success. I came in, did exactly what I always do. I came in, dismantled my opponent piece by piece. There's nobody here at Primal is built like me. I'm the man that everyone...
Matias! Matias!
Hey! Get out of my face, you damn squid.
Matias! Primal! Tarvos!
Introducing first,
The Thunder Wonder has arrived.
Despite everything about him, I think Rebel Storm was the undisputed king of Skyfire Pro Wrestling, Jordan.
The inaugural Skyfire Pro Lucha Libre champion, surviving the likes of Tommy Wilson, the winner of our last contest, Matthias, former owner of Skyfire, Sweet Robin Shaw, not once but twice, the latter in a steel cage match.
Not only that, but how many guys...
Hold on! Out for Bon Jovi, Remy. Come on.
You are absolutely right, Jordan. How many guys did it take to beat the Rebel Storm and get that belt away from him?
Jeremiah Fresh, through dastardly means, through collusion, through the numbers game.
Absolutely.
But tonight, Rebel Storm looking to become not Skyfire Pro Lucha Libre champion, but one step closer to Primal Rage champion.
Locker room's already 1-0 here tonight, looking for the sweep.
Right again, Remy Morgan. However, before Rebel Storm can focus on defeating either Jeremiah Fresh or J2 Mattioli, that answer becomes clear right back here November 24th. He has a score to settle with Coach Mack Wilkes, who cost him the Terror Dome Rumble.
Remind me how that happened?
Coach Mack Wilkes, not a legal competitor in the Terror Dome Rumble.
Arguable, but continue.
Eliminating Rebel Storm, assisting in the elimination of the Rebel Storm.
So the Rebel Storm was eliminated from the match and he didn't win.
Yeah, Coach Mack Wilkes was illegal. It was sour grapes.
Who won that match?
J2 Mattioli.
And who's the #1 contender?
J2 Mattioli.
All right, thank you very much.
Well, tonight is twofold. We're going to kill two birds with one stone. That's disgusting.
Amazing.
To kill two birds with one stone. Exact revenge against Coach Mack Wilkes, and again, get one step closer to that Primal Rage championship that he feels like he never truly lost. There was a lot of talk earlier on tonight at the open of the show, Remy, about who had a rightful claim to the championship, about who had a rightful claim to #1 contendership. And as referee Juan Montana signals for the bell, I think it's fair to say that Rebel Storm has a rightful claim to never truly losing that gold. There was always extending circumstances. There was always dubious, underhanded tactics, and I'm sure we'll see more of the same here against the coach.
Rebel Storm with a point to prove here.
A fired up, determined Rebel Storm. Big shoulder block. Much like Coach Mack did not accompany Javi Baja and Gustavo Perez earlier on tonight.
He does the pace of this matchup. Both these guys starting hot here. Can even keep up with the action.
Tension's very, very high. This is personal.
Both guys flying all over this ring. The crowd is hot.
And Coach Mack having a tough time keeping up. Rebel Storm, always a high-octane competitor. And getting the best of the coach here. As I was saying, Remy, Coach Mack did not accompany Gustavo Perez and Javi Baja to victory earlier on tonight, and credit where credit is due, they are not accompanying him here tonight.
The locker room did it without their coach. The coach can do it without the locker room.
And looking impressive, if only for the moment, cutting off the top rope axe handle of Rebel Storm.
There we go. I was just going to say, I think it's dangerous to wrestle with a whistle around your neck.
That's a choking hazard.
Yeah, absolutely. Safety first.
Leg swept here by Rebel Storm. Around and around we go, off the ropes. Cannonball to the back of Coach Mack.
I don't think I've ever seen Rebel Storm do that before.
Listen, Coach Mack is a veteran here in San Diego. Take nothing away from it. I know I have my fun about the underhanded tactics and the what the hell is this? Swept up in the ring
Jordan,
skirt.
what is he, a veteran of Vietnam?
A veteran of San Diego wrestling is Coach Mack Wilkes. And I mean, you might not like it, hell, you might not respect it, but it's effective. These underhanded tactics working here against the Rebel Storm, and it may very well be what he needs en route to victory against a former champion.
Rebel Storm fighting back as always.
Be careful what you wish for, Coach Mack Wilkes. You just might get it. Set into the lap of the Primal Pro faithful. No lack of fan-friendly wrestling.
Fan. Whoa, there we go.
And Coach Mack taking advantage of the good nature of the Rebel Storm here.
Good nature? He almost hit a fan.
He didn't want to hit a fan. He stopped dead in his tracks, made sure she was okay.
Maybe he should have hit her and continued the matchup.
No, give me a break. Scooping a slam here from the coach. Off the ropes. Big leg drop.
Coach
so powerful.
Right back in control of this matchup.
Cover. And a kick out. And now push-ups, I guess, kind of.
No, I don't even think Rebel Storm could do one push-up.
Well, Coach Mack seemingly maxed out at 4. His back is hurting. Maybe a little sciatica.
Look, when you're a veteran like him, you can do as many push-ups as you want to get away with it, all right?
Well, that's not a push-up, but he might need some sit-ups, some physical therapy after that jawbreaker.
So smart.
Using the moment of Rebel Storm against him is Coach Mack. Again, I gotta say, I don't like Coach Mack. I don't like the locker room. But there is something to be said about having this type of control over a former Skyfire Pro Lucha Libre champion. There just is.
Right, Jordan.
Suplex.
Coach Mack Wilkes, unstoppable at this point in the matchup.
Into a cover. And a kick out.
Every time Rebel Storm kicks out, it's a little bit slower, a little bit later. Mack Wilkes starting to wear him down here, clearly.
Remy, I think back to that Golden Road tournament where Rebel Storm first captured the Skyfire Pro Lucha Libre Championship. How he outlasted not 1, not 2, but 3 men within a 3-hour span. That's the type of intensity. That's the type of grit that he needs to tap into here tonight against Coach Mack.
Going to hell and back in a cage with Robin Shaw.
Well, maybe feels like he's in hell here. Power slam landed, cover from Coach, and a kick out. Defeating Sweet Robin Shaw not once, but twice to retain that Skyfire Pro Lucha Libre Championship.
Coach Mack Wilkes losing his focus here a little bit, arguing with the referee.
Talk about Coach Mack Wilkes. We talked a lot about the championship pedigree, about the Rebel Storm. What would it mean for the coach if he's able to pin a former world champion?
I think it would mean that he stayed on pace with the rest of his locker room here tonight. I think they want the sweep. I don't think he cares about anything else.
Yeah, cannot. It'd be a pretty awkward meeting with Javi Baja and Gustavo Perez, the supposed proteges, if they were victorious and the coach was unsuccessful.
Right again.
Nasty shot here from the coach, digging the boot into the throat.
One would also argue your greatest lessons are learned from losing.
I mean, you just find any excuse for this guy. You're a real politician, Remy Morgan.
You have no idea.
Coach Mack slowing down the pace. Gone is the high-speed thrill, the intensity of the Rebel Storm. Methodical is Coach Mack. Back suplex into a cover.
Here we go. Again, Rebel Storm with another late kick out, and Coach Mack Wilkes staying right on top of him. So smart.
And now a headlock cinched in, center of the ring. It's not pretty, but as the old adage goes, Remy Morgan, it is damn sure effective.
Rebel Storm fighting for his life in the middle of the ring.
Willed onwards by the Primal Pro faithful. Will it be enough? Will it be enough to find that second
Rebel
wind?
Storm back to one knee here. Back to both feet.
They're getting louder, and he's getting taller.
That's so smart.
I hate to say it. I hate to agree with you, Remy.
Wow,
but that backpack sleeper.
It backfired on him.
Equally smart from the Rebel Storm, dropping him on his back. But how much did that take out of the Thunder Wonder?
Both competitors down here. Somebody needs to get up.
And what a shame it would be. This grudge match, so personal, so important for both of these men, to end in a double count out. Rebel Storm, maybe no. He's feeding off of the people. This is what he needs, that energy, that support, Remy. I know you said it counts for nothing, but Rebel Storm looking to prove that wrong.
Rebel Storm back to his feet here. Coach Mack Wilkes also.
Big lariat. Big back elbow. Big boom.
Oh my goodness.
In the immortal words of one Billy Joel, don't forget your second wind, and Rebel Storm is not one for forgetting. Big splash. Coach Mack reverses the momentum. We'll give her an axe handle here, but this time it's Rebel Storm catching the axe handle of Coach Mack Wilkes. Hold on, I was thinking Thunderstruck, the same move that won him and retained him the Skyfire Pro Lucha Libre Championship time and time again. Crushed by Coach Mack.
Rebel Storm in a big trouble here.
In the proverbial tree of woe here. This is not where you want to be.
No man's land. What is Coach Mack Wilkes planning? Oh, he just scooped him up like he was a child.
Variation of the boss man slam here could be enough. No!
I did not think Rebel was going to kick out there.
You talked about it, that steel cage match, those wars against behemoths like a Tommy Wilson or a Matthias or a sweet Robin Shaw.
Coach Mack Wilkes checking the playbook.
You don't have that kind of tenacity without surviving a fight like this. As impressive as Coach Mack Wilkes might be, as studious as those playbook notes may be, Rebel Storm finds a way to survive.
Credit where credit is due. I'll never discount how tough Rebel Storm is.
Coach Mack to the top. Digging deep into that playbook here.
Whoa!
Nobody home on the Swanton Bomb. And now Rebel Storm looking to take it. A Thunderstruck! What the hell? From the back, that's Javi Baja. With that damn clutch. Referee Juan Montaña's back is turned. Rebel Storm has this match won. And there's Gustavo Perez. That's the clipboard.
What clipboard?
He clocked him upside. Give me what clipboard, my ass? Juan Montaña didn't see any of it, and Coach Mack Wilkes just beat the Rebel Storm.
Let the record book show the locker room is 2-0 on the night, Jordan.
Listen, they may have used the crutch. They may have crotched Jake Mays on that top rope, but Javi Baja and Gustavo Perez did it on their own. They used underhanded tactics, but it was their underhanded tactics. Coach Mack didn't have what it took.
Doesn't look like they're done yet.
Coach Mack doesn't even know he won the damn match. He's dead on his feet. This is disgusting.
Somebody help him.
They're trying. Doesn't deserve it, but they're trying. No, leave him there. Leave him there.
Yeah, there we go.
This is sickening. The locker room weaseling their way into victory.
Locker room here. Javi Baja, Gustavo Perez, and of course Coach Mack Wilkes. See, we just got done taking care of business. My boys here took care of Jake and Arath, those clowns, and I took care of the Rebel Storm. Locker room's up big. What do you think, boys?
Oof. Coach, we've been telling people that ever since the locker room was created, we run things. Primal belongs to us. Right. And tonight, we made a point. Ain't that right, Gustavo?
I think it's about time we take a little vacation because you know what? 3 dubs back to back.
I'm into it. You know what, boys? Take a couple weeks off. We'll come on back in a few weeks and we'll keep on dominating. All right, bro, boys? Let's go.
See ya, Muppets.
On the debut episode of Primal Rage, it was Rebel Storm versus Coach Mack Wilt in a one-on-one match. At least it was supposed to be one-on-one. I don't know why I didn't expect the locker room to come out and try and do something dastardly for their headmaster, Coach Mack Wilkes. Well, guess what, Coach? This is far from over. This hatch is not buried, and I'm going to hold a grudge until the next Primal Rage when I see you. I'll let all the Storm Chasers know that when I get my hands on you, it'll be retribution.
And the sky is gray. I've been for a walk on a winter's day. I'd be safe and warm if I was in LA. California dreaming on such a winter's day. Stepped into a church, passed along the way. Well, I got down on my knees and I pretend to pray. You know the preacher likes it cold. Knows I'm gonna stay. Oh, California dreaming on such a Wednesday.
Primal Pro, meet your moral compass. Jaden Newman has arrived.
Making his way to the ring.
Jaden Newman, the wily wrestling vet and world traveler.
Yeah, you say wily wrestling vet, you're absolutely right. 11 years under his belt. However, the caveat there, he started wrestling when he was 15 years old.
Amazing.
So not only is this guy a decade into his in-ring career, he's only 26. Dare I say, he hasn't even reached his prime as a professional.
You are absolutely right, Jordan. He can wrestle for another 25 years.
Primal Rage, a showcase primarily of students from the Primal Pro Wrestling compound. Again, accepting beginners December 30th. Check out primalprowrestlingschool.com. But that is not true of Jaden Newman. Traveling all the way from the dirty south for this opportunity. His first time in the greater San Diego area. His first time in the Primal compound. His first time in the West Coast. And he did not choose a ham and egger for his first night of the office. handshake and I did. Think about that.
Yeah, you know what? My response to that is I'll just say, I will never discount CJ Tino in the ring, but I don't know if he knows what he's about to get himself into.
Oh, I disagree strongly. CJ Tino, one of the most prepared and dedicated professional wrestlers I have ever had the pleasure of calling a match for. He is a true student of the game in every sense of the word. If you don't think that CJ Tino CJ Tino has spent the past month, ever since this match was announced, studying every ounce of tape of Jaden Newman he could get his eyes on, I think you are sorely mistaken.
Well, I guess we're about to find out, aren't we, Jordan? Bell has rung and we are underway. Jordan Newman clearly in no hurry to get this matchup started. Such a smart move.
Yeah, such a smart wrestler, such a big match wrestler. Opportunities under his belt against the likes of Jonathan Gresham, Timothy Thatcher, Martin Stone, Hot Sauce Tracy Williams, Anthony Henry, Matt Tremont, titans of the industry.
The list goes on and on and on and on.
But he has never faced anyone quite like Mr. 551 because, Remy, there is no one quite like Mr. 551. CJ Tino, lest we forget, the reason that this is Primal Rage, the reason that Skyfire Pro Lucha Libre, under the tyrannical reign of one Robin Shaw, is done.
So you're saying he cost someone his job and you're proud of him?
Yes, because it was Robin Shaw and the Brothers Divine who are the worst people on God's green earth. Yes.
Unbelievable.
Test of strength here applied. CJ Tino.
Mr. 551 CJ Tino.
Yeah, call him that for a reason. It's not a flashy, funky nickname. If you are 551 pounds or less, CJ Tino can deadlift you over his head. And Jaden Newman, he might have the height advantage. He's not 552.
I don't know any humans who weigh more than 551 pounds, Jordan.
Not a Haystacks Calhoun fan?
Is he still alive?
Yeah. CJ Tino clearly with the hometown advantage. You heard the fervor and love from his native national city. It'll be interesting to see if that in any way weighs on the mind of Jaden Newman. Talked to Jaden earlier on tonight. He told me that, much like Mr. 551, the moral compass is not just a flashy, funky nickname. It is his vision for what professional wrestling can be. He does not take this opportunity to bring that vision to the West Coast for the very first time lightly. Cover. Only a two looking to steal this one quickly.
Look at Jaden Newman catching his breath here.
Let me ask you this, Remy. Who do you give the edge to? CJ Tino, a standout of Skyfire, a student here at the Primal Compound. As you can hear, clearly has the hometown advantage, but Jaden Newman's the wild card. And
like I said at the beginning of this matchup, Jordan, I will never discount CJ Tino's in-ring ability. But Jaden Newman is a dangerous, dangerous man.
Well, and as I was saying, Jaden Newman, take nothing away from CJ Tino, he just has more big match experience. He's gone international. He's faced that litany of huge names that I listed a few moments ago. CJ Tino just doesn't have that.
Yet.
A win against Jaden Newman would go a very, very long way in clenching him those names, clenching him those opportunities. Fresh off a scramble victory in his game-changer wrestling debut.
CJ Tino telling Jaden Newman, this is my house.
And showing Jaden Newman, moreover, that this is his house. It's all the little nuances, right? Every professional wrestling ring is different. The way the boards are laid down, how taut or hard the wires and the ring ropes are. You can speak to it more than I read.
How tyrannical your boss can be.
Well, Robin Shaw, thankfully gone. Orion Odyssey, a breath of fresh air here. And he no doubt has his eyes set on this one, whether it's J2 Mattioli or Jeremiah Fresh on November 24th. Whoever wins this big semi-main event, be it CJ Tino, be it Jaden Newman, has to be in line for potential #1 contenders opportunities. Big arm drag. Control of the arm. This has been all CJ Tino with a side Russian leg sweep.
You know, one thing we always
Shoulders
gotta cover
down.
here. One thing we always talk about is the strength of CJ Tino. One thing we never talk about is the athleticism of CJ Tino. This man is flying around the ring like he weighs 100 pounds. CJ Tino, just such a truly gifted athlete.
Yeah, a really well-rounded professional wrestler.
Jaden Newman does not seem to care about any of that.
For a guy who calls himself the moral compass, Jaden Newman doing very little to show to endear himself to the Primal Faithful. Got CJ Tino slipping, sends him outside.
Suckered him in. Oh, wait a second!
Jaden Newman flies, landing on his feet, making it look too damn easy.
Jaden Newman using that experience advantage that we talked about.
Jaden Newman seems almost annoyed at the lack of respect. Hold on! Drop kick from CJ Tino. Spent a
He wasn't
moment.
annoyed before, he certainly is now.
I was going to say, spent a moment too long showing that annoyance. Jaw-jacking with the people, and now Tino going to make him pay, but caught midair. And dropped
my goodness,
head
what in the
first.
world?
It's a nasty DDT on the apron.
CJ Tino is not moving.
That does not look good for Mr. 551, Remy.
Somebody get over there and check on him.
That was ugly, man.
Did you hear his skull bounce off?
Did you see the way his neck cranked?
Oh my goodness.
A neck is not supposed to go that way.
I don't think CJ Tino is okay. He's not moving. Jaden Newman doesn't seem to care.
He's more than happy to take the count-out victory. This is all business for the moral compass.
Jaden Newman in the ring. CJ Tino fighting his way back up.
I'm sorry, this is not smart. I know what a big opportunity this is for CJ Tino. I know in many ways defending the pride of his native primal compound, but this is not smart.
You're right, Jordan. Sometimes you have to say, I gotta live to fight another day. Look, we know how tough CJ is. He doesn't have to prove himself.
Yeah, just stay down, CJ. People know how good you are. The locker room, they know how good you are. Commissioner Orion Odyssey, he knows how good you are. Oh man, come on, back in the ring. This is not smart, Remy. This is really not smart.
I don't know what else to say at this point.
You see him clutching at that neck. Jaden Newman, more than happy to target the injured area.
Picking the bones of CJ Tino. The crowd letting him know they don't appreciate this, but what can you do? The match is continuing.
I mean, this is academic at this point. I know CJ Tino is known to fight from under, but this is it. This is done. Just stay down, CJ.
CJ with so much fight in him.
Jaden Newman.
I am all for convincingly beating your opponent, but this is uncomfortable.
It's hard to watch at this point, fans. This is not what Primal Pro is all about. Jaden Newman here, clearly determined, wants a victory, knows how important a victory would be. CJ Tino, against his better judgment, against anyone's better judgment, still fighting through, still fighting on, but just dropped with an enziguri. Cover. And a kick out. I mean, Remy, clearly you saw it with the pre-match handshake. I love calling CJ Tino's matches.
Wait a second.
Stop it! Referee David Burnquist has to stop this. This is not about winning a match. This is not about securing a spot in Primal Pro. This is about hurting a man seriously. This is about potentially ending a man's career.
Seen a match where someone has taken it what I would even call too far. This is too far. This is too much.
It's uncomfortable. You said the word, Remy. It is uncomfortable. Just decimating CJ Tino, systematically dissecting this man.
This is like a football game that was over at halftime, and the offense just keep throwing the ball down the field. This is just, you don't need to do this.
He wants to do it. Jaden Newman has a point to prove. It's not just about getting a victory. It's about hurting, potentially seriously injuring CJ Tino.
He's not trying to win this matchup. He's trying to hurt CJ.
Stomping that. Do you realize what that does to the neck, Remy? Stomping on the neck. Do you realize the type of serious long-term impact that can have on the neck of CJ Tino?
This crowd is not loving this.
But still, Tino fights on. It is all he knows. Just dropped with a power slam. A very simple, rudimentary professional wrestling move. Excuse me, a scoop slam cover here. But nothing simple about the impact on that neck. After everything we've seen, nothing simple about that impact.
CJ Tino keeps kicking out. Keeps kicking out. Jaden Newman just keeps dropping elbow after elbow.
When does it end? Newman is merciless, a seemingly never-ending gas tank here.
CJ Tino doesn't even know what state he's in right now.
He might think he's down in Jaden Newman's native self, but Newman got a little too cocky. Tino rolled out of dodge. And now
How is he
CJ,
on his feet?
I have no idea. Again, going for that springboard crossbody, but again, Jaden Newman has an answer. Talking about CJ Tino doing tape study. Jaden Newman clearly doing some of his own.
Oh, again, did you see how CJ's skull bounced off the mat? Relentless. Relentless.
Remy, I'm sorry, I'm at a loss for words. I don't know what to say here, man. This goes beyond competition. This goes beyond professional wrestling. This is a friend of mine, someone I'm privileged to know in and out of the ring.
Look, I don't even like CJ Tino that much, and I agree with you, man. I don't even know what to say at this point.
Jaden Newman could have won this match 5 minutes ago. Jaden Newman could have had this thing won 5 minutes ago. He is choosing to mock CJ Tino. He's choosing to put CJ Tino through this. Headbutt from Tino, but one from Newman drops Mr. 551. And now we get that final elbow drop. Better late than never. Look at the smile.
I was just going to say, look at the grin on Jaden Newman's face.
The sick, toothy grin across the face of the moral compass. I'm sorry, if this is what a better vision, a higher standard for professional wrestling means, I want no part of it. Hold on. I thought CJ Tino trying to fight out. Instead, an abdominal stretch cinched in center of the ring from Jaden Newman, and there is nowhere to go. CJ Tino literally biting his fingers to try to distract himself from the pain, to try to do anything he can to hold on.
There is so much fight in CJ Tino.
Just quit, man. Just tap. Hold on. A hip toss. Remy, could it be? No.
Again.
Every time I think that CJ Tino's found it, it's not enough. Or maybe, just maybe, is it?
CJ Tino's last gasp.
This is vintage CJ Tino. This flurry of drop kicks, the triad in the corner. I don't believe what I'm seeing.
How the hell did he do that?
Deadlift King, deadlifted him over, hook of the leg. Hold me a two.
What in the hell are we watching?
Listen, I knew CJ Tino had grit. I knew he had resilience, but Remy Morgan, this is another level.
I didn't know CJ Tino had this in him.
Neither did I, but he has proven us, the Primal Faithful, and more important than ever, Jaden Newman wrong, looking for a Boston crab from a fellow Boston native. But unfortunately, Remy, as much as I hate to agree with you, that momentary call to yours truly may have cost him. Tino up to his feet. On the top, crossbody. But Newman reverses the momentum into the cover, nearly stole it.
So close.
Only a two. Close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades, Shady King.
What in the hell is this matchup?
Tino lands on his feet, thinking German suplex. It's a signature move for him, often a game ender for Mr. 551. But Jaden Newman wiggles out of dodge. Shotgun drop kick, sending that injured neck into the top turnbuckle.
Back in the cover.
No!
Oh my goodness!
This is a nail biter, a white knuckler in every sense of the word, Remy Morgan. Somehow, someway, CJ Tino still has a fighting chance in hell.
I think Jaden Newman thinks now he needs to take this to a new level.
Jaden Newman maybe resting on his laurels for a little too long. Got a little too comfortable slowing down that pace. And now perhaps calling for the end.
What is this?
We're never going to find out. CJ Tino evades. And now we see the Boston Crab.
He's in. He's got it locked in.
Boston Crab from a Boston boy.
Jaden Newman with nowhere to go.
Reaching towards that rope, he's fingertips away, but inches gotta feel like miles as he crawls.
He makes it, he's there.
Referee David Burnquist.
CJ Tino could have held that a little bit longer.
Referee David Burnquist forcing the break. That's not the kind of competitor he is. That's not the type of wrestler that CJ Tino is. He doesn't want to take low roads. He wants to do it the right way, Remy Morgan. Now on the outside, maybe thinking superplex.
Dangerous territory here.
Listen, CJ Tino may be Mr. 551, but I can almost guarantee you he did not set that record after a beating like we have seen here tonight from Jaden Newman. Satellite DDT! And he's not done. Sends Tino against the ropes. But Tino looking to steal it perhaps. No! Newman again catches him.
Going for this.
Sit-out powerbomb! No way! What the hell? What the hell are we witnessing?
There's no way CJ Tino just kicked out of that.
Remy Morgan, CJ Tino, famously a graduate of the NJPW Academy, and this is fighting spirit personified.
Jaden Newman thinking, what in the hell do I have to do here?
For the first time in this match, Remy, you saw the glint, you saw the spark leave Jaden Newman's eyes. This entire match, he has been uber confident, and for good reason. He thought he had this thing in the bag. I don't think he thinks that anymore.
I think he's about to get a whole lot more dangerous, Jordan.
Trading shots, center of the ring. Nasty blows back and forth.
As we've talked about, Jaden Newman has been in this situation before. CJ Tino hasn't.
Jaden Newman's also gone to Europe. He's been international.
That's what I'm saying. I think at this point, the longer this matchup goes on, the more it favors Jaden Newman. The only person that would argue with me probably is CJ Tino.
Yeah, well, we're not in Europe right now. We are in National City. We are in the Primal compound. This is CJ Tino's home. And right now, willed onwards by his hometown Primal faithful. But Jaden Newman slaps the taste out of his mouth. CJ Tino ducks the Huracan. Kicks back and forth. This time it's CJ Tino ducking the Enziguri, and now Chaos Theory!
Nailed it!
He did it! He did it!
That is unbelievable, Jordan.
Against all odds, CJ Tino proved there is indeed 100% reason to remember the name Mr. 551, the Deadlift King, and tonight, the man who beat the moral compass. What a performance!
Jaden Newman gave CJ Tino everything he could handle and more. And somehow, some way, CJ Tino gets the win.
That is what we get for doubting CJ Tino.
I never doubted him for a second.
Oh, give me a break. From Skyfire to Primal and everything in between, this guy has outlasted insurmountable odds. And this, I hate to sound hyperbolic, I hate to sound repetitive, but Remy Morgan, this might be his biggest victory yet.
I am not going to argue with you, Jordan.
After all that, Jaden Newman nearly ending the man's career. This speaks to the caliber of wrestler and the caliber of man that CJ Tino is. Extending that hand, asking for that handshake.
There it is. A show of respect.
That right there,
Jordan Castle.
That right there, Remy Morgan, is what Primal Rage is all about. First time in the West Coast, Jaden Newman made a believer out of me. And simply put, CJ Tino is Boston strong, baby.
Having just gone war with Jaden Newman, I ain't gonna lie, I'm beat up. He beat me pillar to post. But in the Primal compound, in my home, I showed everyone what Mr. 551 is all about, and I walked away victorious. And the next Primal Rage is November 24th. And I have another top contender, Jordan Oasis. I have seen him wrestle in every corner of this country. I know how good he is. But just like Jaden and just like everyone else, here in San Diego, here at the Primal Compound, Mr. 551, he can't lose.
November 24th, J2 Mattioli and Jeremiah Fresh, former brothers in the Heartless Kings, will do battle for the Primal Pro Wrestling Championship. But tonight, we get a little preview of that grudge match, that championship defense, with our trio's main event. The stage was set earlier on tonight by Commissioner Orion Odyssey. The Block attacking number one contender J2 Mattioli, seemingly aligning themselves with Primal Pro Wrestling champion Jeremiah Fresh. And it'll be interesting to see, Remy, to my knowledge, the best of my knowledge, it's the first time that these three have joined forces officially in trios action.
What a dangerous looking team this is.
Jeremiah Fresh, hot off the heels of dethroning and successfully defending formerly the Skyfire Championship against one Rebel Storm. The Block, hot off cementing themselves as the team to beat with a victory over the Lucha Kings.
They sure did.
But trios action is a different beast entirely, Remy Morgan.
Let's take a moment here to talk about JF3000 and how good he looks. He's always been a big, imposing competitor, but recently, man, look at him. He's taking it to another level.
Yeah, if you watch the product, you would know that me and Barry Sweeney, who took your job, or I guess I took your job, semantics. We often speak to that.
Very professional.
The cutting of one JF3000, the lean nature of this man's physique. And what I think is so impressive about that, Remy, is the fact that despite that weight loss, he has not lost any of the power that made him and the Block so dangerous.
He's even scarier now.
Talk about scary, Remy Morgan. I'm scared the roof is going to be blown off the Primal Compound with this ovation as Antonio Rivers and Boa Silva make their way to the ring. Joined by the resurrected Playmaker. Heartless King no more. Be careful what you wish for, Jeremiah Fresh, because you just might get it.
Jordan, you got a cape.
Tribute to the legendary Mitsuharu Misawa. And you talk about the gear, Remy Morgan, I'll say it. J2 Mattioli, the Pumpline, with coordinating colors, matching gear, as it were. The same cannot be said of Jeremiah Fresh and the Block.
Means nothing.
Well, I think it puts him at a decided disadvantage.
I want you to say that to JF3000's face.
No, he is so scary.
Yep.
Xander Phillips hurt me really bad almost back at the Tailendome.
I thought Darren Troy Feeble's the one that hurt you.
He did hurt me. Xander Phillips nearly hurt me. Who eliminated you from the Terradome?
Well, how's your chest?
How's your face?
My ear, you punched me in the ear, you idiot.
Your main event is a six-man tag team match. Your referee for this contest, senior official Chad Rico. Introducing first, to my right, the
Tariq set to officiate. J2 Mattioli and The Pumpline. Jeremiah Fresh and The Block. Serious implications in terms of momentum heading into November 24th. Right back here at the Primal Compound, the very first defense of that Primal Pro Wrestling heavyweight title.
You know, Jordan, one thing I don't think that gets talked about enough, The Block is one of the longest tenured tag teams in all of Southern California at this point in their careers.
Absolutely, and you heard how disillusioned they were with their native Southern California, with their native San Diego, saying they felt underappreciated.
They are underappreciated.
Overlooked, but now no choice but to, at the very least, respect and acknowledge them with that victory over the Lucha Kings. Again, cementing themselves as the team to beat here in Primal. Though Boa Constrictor and Antonio Rivers with their own victory over the Lucha Kings. So both these teams very evenly matched, at least in terms of their records here in, I was going to say Skyfire, now Primal Pro. Boa Silva, a decided weight disadvantage here against Xander Phillips. Gonna have to rely on that speed, that technical acumen. And there's the former big springboard, Hurricane Rana.
Jordan, I've asked you already a couple times here tonight, do you give the edge to either one of these two teams here?
I do. I give the edge to the Pumpline and J2 Mattioli, not just because of the gear comment, the silly gear reference I made during the entrances, but because Antonio Rivers and Boa Silva were most recently seen victorious in trios action. Cover here from Rivers. Again, joining forces with mentor CJ Tino to save Skyfire, to grasp it from the hands of Robin Shaw and turn it into Primal Rage as you see today. J2 Mattioli, a very different man. Yes, they do not have the same type of synchronicity, the same type of familiarity with J2 Mattioli as they do CJ Tino, but as you're seeing here, trios experience goes a very, very long way.
You know, Jordan, for the first time tonight, I will disagree with you. How can you not give any team Jeremiah Fresh is on, how do they not have the advantage?
Because Jeremiah Fresh is not a team player. He turned his back on Fama. He turned his back on
Jeremiah Fresh is a winner. All he does is win.
Cover here from Boa Silva. And a kick out. I will give you that, as much as I might disagree with it from a moral or personal perspective. Jeremiah Fresh has been nothing but successful since distancing himself.
Unstoppable.
Yes. He's the Primal Pro Wrestling heavyweight champion.
He doesn't have the advantage.
Gorilla press slam from JF 3000. Look at this. Just marching around the ring with Boa Silva.
Boa Silva about 12 feet in the air.
And you see several tags in succession. There is a grace period allotted by referee Chad Rico. The Block and Jeremiah Fresh taking full advantage. Dare I say, exploiting that grace period.
That was a pretty dang unique offense.
Cover. Only a 2. A 2 count at this point in the matchup. 2 count, 2 minutes into a matchup. That is not good for Boa Silva.
He just fell through the ceiling. It's a miracle he kicked out at all.
Jeremiah Fresh, the Block, certainly with the power advantage in this matchup. But as I was saying, Roddy Morgan, yes, how can I give the advantage to anyone else besides the heavyweight champion Jeremiah Fresh? He's not a team player, much like we saw earlier with the Locker Room versus El Mashika and Jake Mays. It's not about being the best wrestler. That's what matters come November 24th. Cover here. Here tonight, all that matters is who is the best trios tag team wrestler. And I don't think Jeremiah Fresh has it in him to set his ego aside and make that happen.
You know, Jordan, I think you're wrong, and I think we're going to see that unfold here in this matchup. The only thing that Jeremiah Fresh is going to do is he's going to keep on winning. He's going to keep stacking wins. It doesn't matter who his partners are. He doesn't even think he needs them.
Right now, stacking Boa Silva on his shoulders, but the Constrictor reversing the momentum. Shoulders down.
That was close.
And what would that mean for Boa Silva to pin the heavyweight champion regardless?
Here we go.
Hold on. Remy Morgan, this is about as personal gets.
Former mentor and student.
Now bitter rivals. Jeremiah Fresh went for the cheap shot. But J2 Mattioli saying, kid, I may have taught you everything you know, but I haven't taught you everything I know. And it's curious. Heavyweight champion all piss and vinegar until he's confronted with the #1 contender. And now he hightails it out. He tags in JF 3000.
It's a tag match. He tagged in his partner.
But so why was he so gung-ho, so ready to go toe-to-toe with J2 Mattioli? And the second that Mattioli got the advantage, he whimpers away, he tags in fresh.
Because he's smart and he knows that he's not by himself. If anybody can wear down J2 Mattioli, it's the Haitian of domination.
Incredible athleticism from the big man, J2 Mattioli. Talk a lot about JF leading out, the same thing he said about the #1 contender, the playmaker. Look at Xander Phillips.
Oh, a little bit of a miscommunication there.
Reaping what he sows there, was trying to illegally grab J2 Mattioli instead of meeting at the lines. Not only athleticism, but power here. And a blind tag from Xander Phillips. I'm not sure if Mattioli even realizes it.
I don't think he does. If he didn't before, he does now.
Taking him off his feet here. And this is where the blocker's so dangerous. You talked about it earlier, Remy. One of the most tenured tag teams in this territory.
Oh!
But again, a little bit of a miscommunication, courtesy of Mattioli. In comes Rivers. Shotgun drop kick. Staggers both of the block, and now he'll take both. He's hardcore.
Flying around this ring.
Bulldog sick kick combination. Antonio Rivers on fire. Rivers.
There we go.
Has Phillips measured. There we go, my ass. Cheap shot.
He turned his back on his opponent.
Jeremiah Fresh, the heavyweight champ, is not the legal man, Remy Morgan.
He's his opponent. This is a six-man tag. You cannot take your eyes off your opponent.
Well, Xander Phillips, as you said, picking the bones here. Choking the life out of Antonio Rivers.
Couldn't be happening to a nicer guy.
This does not look good for Rivers. This is really not where you want to be in any type of tag team situation, but especially against jackals like the Block and Jeremiah Fresh.
Antonio Rivers, ever the fighter, ever the fighting spirit. Oh, just spoke too soon.
Xander Phillips mocking his opponent here. You talked about it earlier, JF 3000 taking every single second allotted to him by referee Chad Rico. He counts to 5. JF 3000 will choke Antonio Rivers for 4.99. As if the chest wasn't raw enough. Body splash now for the champ.
So good at taking these rules right to the very, very edge, right to the brink of being disqualified, but always knowing exactly what he needs to do and when he needs to stop.
He is not a big brute. He is not your archetype of a dumb big man wrestler, Remy Morgan.
Absolutely, he is anything but dumb.
He is cerebral, and you're seeing some of that here, distracting referee Chad Rico, allowing for the illegal double team
Antonio
from
Rivers
Fresh.
fighting off all three competitors
Xander
now.
Phillips here. This is his moment.
No!
JF 3000 with the strength, grabbing at the gear of Antonio Rivers, stopping the tag, and there's the tag team offense. Cover.
J2 Mattioli ruining this matchup, unfairly coming in.
I thought it was a tag team match. I thought anything goes.
He's not the legal man.
Gotta have eyes in the back of your head, right? JF 3000 and Jeremiah Fresh weren't the legal men.
That's not the same thing.
How is it different?
If you don't understand, I can't explain it to you.
Irish whip now from Xander Phillips. Ducks the line. Around and around we go, thinking tilt-a-whirl DDT. But Phillips, no slouch in his own right in the strength department. Maybe setting him up for a power slam here. Rivers lands on his feet. Off the ropes. Hurricanrana.
And there it is. Here we go.
In comes the Fresh Constrictor. Take it to the skies. Crossbody wiping out the block. Springboard offense. Again, a meeting of the minds. The Block can't catch a break here, Remy Morgan.
What in the hell?
Sending JF 3000 spearing into Xander Phillips. This is unbelievable from Boa Silva.
I've never seen anyone do that.
J2 Mattioli saying, look behind ya!
There you go. You got to keep your eyes on your opponent.
There's a boot from the heavyweight champion that's waiting. And I have to agree, that is the inexperience of Boa Silva coming into play. Cover here. Only a 2. Jeremiah Fresh.
Absolutely devastating big boot.
Such a dominant competitor. You often forget how young this man is as a professional wrestler. How new relative he is to San Diego. He wrestles like a veteran, someone wise and tactical, way beyond his years.
He's already accomplished more at this young stage of his career than guys who've been doing this for 5 or 10 years.
Momentary distraction from JF3000. Gave the opening for the spine buster, with the cover broken up by Antonio Rivers. And Remy, if you're Boa Silva, what the hell do you have to do to get back in this thing?
Who the hell even knows at this point? It's 3-on-1.
Xander Phillips now the legal man. Frequent tags, the name of the game here, especially in a trio situation.
Oh, if he wasn't in trouble before, JF3000 back in this matchup now.
Those gnarly boots just wiping out the constrictor.
There's probably a 100-pound weight difference between these two guys.
If not more.
Yeah.
JF3000 into the cover. I'm gonna kick out from Silva. And you see J2 Mattioli fiending for the tag as JF3000 push-ups, choking Boa Silva.
And going for a pin at the same time.
A true jack of all trades.
He's a man of many talents.
Worst possible way. Tagging in Jeremiah Fresh. I questioned it earlier. This being the first time they joined forces as a trio.
You did question it earlier.
Jeremiah Fresh in the block looking very, very impressive, making me eat my words here.
I told you you were wrong then, and I'll tell you you're wrong now.
Hold on, Boa Silva. Backpack sleeper here on the shoulders of Fresh.
Again,
which gets deposited.
The strength of Jeremiah Fresh has an answer for everything.
Well, this time it's Boa Silva with an answer to this powerbomb attempt. Lands on his feet, ducks the line, ducks another. Around and around we go. Backstabber. It is make or break Boa Silva. Antonio Rivers, J2 Mattioli, it doesn't matter. A tag needs to be made.
Tilt-a-whirl, backbreaker, double home run. What the hell do you even call that?
It's a tilt-a-whirl backstabber.
Oh my goodness.
In comes JF3000. In comes J2 Mattioli. Talk about a hoss fight. Step up, Ensaguri. A man that size should not move this quick. Ducks the kick.
He should not get that hard.
J2 Mattioli ducking the line from both of the block. Sick kick. Takes down Phillips. Takes down JF3000. Look at the strength. PS2.
That was like 11 rotations.
But it only gets a 2 count.
JF3000 finding a way somehow to kick out of that.
Remy Morgan, what the hell is it gonna take?
I don't even know at this point. You got competitors all over. You got guys in the apron, you got guys in the ring.
J2 Mattioli was thinking playmaker lariat to JF3000. Tag team partner Xander Phillips saved him, but from the top, diving European uppercut. Antonio Rivers wiping out the X Factor. But caught midair by JF3000.
That is not where you want to be.
Nasty. Absolutely nasty. And down come the straps. But here comes Boa Silva. Springboard codebreaker. In comes the champ. Chad Rico has got to get control. We're losing it here.
Oh, he caught him.
Yeah, you're not reversing it this time, Boa. Sit out powerbomb. And there's the #1 contender. There's the man who Jeremiah Fresh betrayed.
Everybody is down.
Utter bedlam in our main event. And Remy, this is just a preview for November 24th. J2 Mattioli kips up. Got his eyes set on JF 3000, but caught by the block. This is that tag team synergy.
Again, there it is. We said it earlier.
Scoop and a slam. Standing moonsault.
Beautiful.
This might be it. Phillips the legal man.
What in the
Pumpline there to break it
I don't even know who the legal
up.
man is at this point.
Not sure if Tariq knows who the legal man is.
Are you the legal man?
Pumpline duking it out with the block here.
Maya Fresh on the outside doesn't even know where he is.
Trading shots back and forth. Same can be said of the number one contender who's challenger come November 24th. The Pumpline ducking at the last second, sending JF and Phillips outside the ring. Chope! Suicida con Hilo Combinacion! And not to be outdone, Mattioli looking to fly?
There's no way.
No shot. A man that size, no shot in hell.
J2 Mattioli built more like a bus than an airplane.
He doesn't need to fly. Not with moves like this. The Playmaker. Lariat. He's setting him up. He's got him.
This matchup is over.
Count to 100, Rico.
Sending a signal. Looking right into the eyes of Jeremiah Fresh.
Remy, I want to focus on one thing. Jeremiah Fresh was on his feet. He knew exactly where he was. He saw the Playmaker lariat, he saw the cover, and he had every opportunity to run into that ring and break up the cover. We saw him do it upwards of a dozen times in this match alone. He chose not to. What does that say to you?
It says he puts himself first. And it says that you were right, Jordan Castle.
Not only does he not play well with others, quite frankly, Remy Morgan, I think he is plain scared. And in 2 weeks' time, there's going to be nowhere to run and nowhere to hide when he finally meets a date with destiny. J2 Mattioli versus Jeremiah Fresh for the Primal Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Championship.
Jeremiah Fresh knows what's coming for him, and he knew at that point there was no reason to get back in the ring.
We will see you in 2 weeks' time, right back here at the Primal Compound. For Remy Morgan and yours truly, Jordan Castle, this has been your maiden voyage of Primal Rage. We thank you for joining us.
Oh yeah, I, Jeremiah Fresh, the longest reigning Primal Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Champion. In 2 weeks, J2, I'm gonna put an end to all this nonsense. I'm better than you, I never needed you, and I'm gonna prove once and for all, I am the only heartless king. Jeremiah Fresh. I am the Playmaker, J2 Mattioli. And this is Primal Rage. And I showed today that I am ready to take that belt from you. And what did you do today? You cowered away. That's what you did. You could have gone in there and kept fighting with the block, but you showed your true colors once again. You left them in the dust, just like you left me. So Jeremiah Fresh, you can't escape the Playmaker in 2 weeks. Because in 2 weeks, I'm gonna take that belt. Because I know you love that thing more than anything in this world.